Good morning and welcome to Webi Wednesdays, CNE's ongoing series exploring new and enhanced features in Web Intelligence version 4.1 from SAP Business Objects. Our current demonstration, number 3, is called Merge Ahead, and we're going to talk about enhanced object merging. Object merging is where we actually pull data from several different queries, which may be several different underlying databases, and combine that data based on a common fact or common dimension. Not a common fact, but certainly a common dimension. Here's what we're going to learn in the demonstration. And following the demonstration, we're going to have a special offer by visiting CNE.com. Let's get started, shall we? Let me open up Web Intelligence Rich Client and first tell you about the version of Web Intelligence we're using. To check the version, you can click on the Tools button and go to Options. And from Options, you should see the version number of the software, which of course I don't see, so let's try this again. Help and About. Everybody gets a chance to make a mistake once in a while. Anyway, under Help and About, it's version 4.1, Support Pack 3. Now, the features we're talking about today are available in version 4.1, the original release, which would be Support Pack 0. And one of the reasons we're talking about these features is that they did not exist in version 4.0 of Business Objects or the BI platform. Let me go ahead and open up the Enhanced Object Merging report so we can start to talk about the specific details. When we work with multiple queries, it's a good idea to merge or synchronize dimensions across the different queries. And what that allows you to do is to take the measures from those queries to be combined in tables and charts. You'll have common dimensions and have the values displayed as expected. It's also a good idea to use the merged or combined dimensions in those tables and charts instead of the dimensions from the individual queries. So if we start to drill down, when I go to Data Access and Edit, or if you remember from our last Webi Wednesday tip, I can just click the Edit Query button here, regardless of the ribbon that I'm on. What I'm going to do is bring up the 3 queries that make up this document. First, there's a revenue query, and that gives us the store name by year and the sale revenue for each unique combination of store name and year. The margin query, on the other hand, just gives us store name and the profit margin for those stores. That would be rolled up across all 3 years. Similarly, the employee query shows us the store name. In this case, year is not really a relevant factor, just shows us the number of employees working in that store. So let's go ahead and close the query browser, the query window, and take a look at the actual document. What you'll note is that for the revenue query and the margin query, the store name have actually been combined or merged together. They may have been merged using the Merge button. They may have been merged using the multi-select and right-click capability. And we have an initial report block actually showing the stores, and in this case the sale revenue is broken out by all 3 years. In the second block we have the stores. The revenue is not broken out by year. In this case it's actually automatically summarized by the report tool itself to match the dimensionality of the second query, which is the margin query. And if I arrange my queries by query order, again you'll see that the margin query does not have the year component in it. And in fact, each store has its own unique sale revenue figure, and each store has its own margin figure. So by merging the store name dimension across those 2 queries, we come up with the appropriate reporting results for each store. However, the employee query has a store object, and its object name is not store name but store. And we can see from the result of that query, the number of employees, that value is constant across all stores. That's because there's really no relationship to merge or to join the data per store, showing the number of employees, to the data for store showing the number of sales or margins. What we can do to remedy that is to merge an additional object. And in version 4.0, that's where the problem comes in, which version 4.1 solves. In version 4.0, we would have had to take the store name object and unmerge those dimensions objects and then merge all three together. However, in version 4.1, we can take the merged dimension, we can take the additional store object, we can simply right-click and choose Add to Merge. And when we do that, we'll see that the names of the individual stores in the employee query have now been reconciled or synchronized with the names of the stores in the margin and revenue query. Specifically, the number of employees now reflects accurately on the number of employees in each of the eFashion stores. And specifically, if we wanted to now create a calculation showing sales per employee or margin per employee, we could do so. I want to point out that this add to merge cannot be accomplished through the merge button under data objects under data access. The merge button here only allows us to merge one time, and then to add in additional objects into our merge dimension requires the right-click technique. So I also want to talk to you about another feature, and what I'll do in order to demonstrate this is to unmerge the dimensions to begin with by right-clicking on the query on the data manager, and you'll now notice that these dimensions are not synchronized with each other. I'll go ahead and refresh all my queries. Again, you'll note that the number of employees reverted back to that overall total of 143. You'll also notice that the two objects that had identical names merged together automatically. This is a feature found under the document properties. If I click on document summary and scroll down, I can see a variety of features here, and one of these is called auto merge dimensions, and that feature is turned on currently. Now, if I'd like to modify that feature, I can click Edit, and I can note that I can turn on or turn off the auto merge dimension option. So again, just to review from our list of objects, if we were to select the merged dimension, hold down the Control key, select the similar but unmerged dimension, we could right-click and choose Add to Merge, and you'll see the number of employees reconcile itself. And that's what we're looking for, proper, accurate data to satisfy our report consumers' information demands. So thank you again for joining us on this Webi Wednesday. Now let's take a look at our offer. Want to learn more about Web Intelligence version 4.1 or any SAP BI technology, including HANA? We have a variety of classes, and they're offered in instructor-led format in our Philadelphia and New York education centers, as well as education centers throughout North America and throughout the world, and we can register you for any of those courses. We also have a variety of e-learning options, including subscriptions and virtual education, which is live instructor-led education delivered right to your desktop. But specifically, what we'd like to invite you to check out is our June 23rd, 24th Web Intelligence 4.1 class. It's a new class, and anybody who attends is going to receive a ticket to the Phillies. We're all going to go out to a game on June 24th. And if you can't make the class, but you'd still like to enter to win a pair of Phillies tickets for that same game, we'd like to join you to, ask you to join us by visiting cne.com/Webi. So cne.com/Webi for more information about our education offerings and about chances to win the Phillies ticket. Hope to see you there, and hope to see you on another Webi Wednesday. Thank you. Have a great day.